Hi, so welcome to the running implementation for my humor content theory. So first you want to go to mattjacob73.itch.io /humor-implementation and then run the game. And then, so first it loads. So here, this is episode Hypocrite. So in this episode, basically the yellow agent, which is represented by this yellow box here and the yellow cube on the screen, finds a desirable object, and then Agent Mean, the red one, goes over to the yellow one and tells it not to play with it. But then the red cube then goes on to find and play with the same object. So it violates its own standard, basically. In this scene, so scene 4, Agent Smart, the green one, finds Agent Mean playing with a desirable object. So it just found it. Now it's scene 5. Agent Smart laughs at Agent Mean and goes to find Agent Victim. So here he's laughing at the red one, and it's going to the yellow cube. Here's where we have the dialogue. And so we can see what they're saying at each step here. Also, here's their expressions. So we can see what their emotional state is here. This is really happy. It could also be taunting, but I made it be really happy. So the yellow one found the food or the desirable object, which is in this case watermelon, and it says, "Hey, look what I found." Then in this scene 2, Agent Mean is going to go over, and he's going to tell the yellow one that there's another one somewhere else. And the yellow one's going to leave the object and then try to find the other one, which doesn't exist. And while he's gone, the red one's going to steal it, basically. So here, the red one just stole it. What's great about this is that it just goes on forever. So we have 3 different episodes. And for each episode, it randomly chooses a desirable object. I chose food products, so this one is a different food product. And in each episode, there's some benign violation, basically, which results in humor. Let's see, and yeah, it just keeps playing, just forever. So you could just sit here and watch this. Play forever. Let's see. Sometimes they get stuck, and so if they can't complete a scene within 30 seconds, I'll have the player just reset their position somewhere. So in this case, his position was just reset, and he went somewhere else. So yeah, basically we have the episode information here. For each episode, there are different scenes, and we can see that in this one, the red one is supposed to find a desirable object. So this red one's going to go find the food product, or food object. But we couldn't find it in time, so it was just reset, but it still has to go find it. Hopefully it does it this time. This time it's an apple. So now he's going to place a trap. Like, oh, I'll put you down for now. This is laughing too. This face is laughing. So now he's going to go over. So we can just read the dialogue and watch the play. Like, oh, there's one with your name on it over there. Thanks for the heads up. I noticed after posting it that heads up is typed wrong. I checked it and double checked it, but somehow that made it in the final version. This time it's a cake. Let's see. Okay. And that's basically it. I've basically taken 3 different archetypal humor narratives, and for each of them, I enumerated the scenes that each narrative has, and to add novelty, I've So to add novelty, I have like a set of desirable objects. So for each episode, maybe this episode it's a cake, the next episode it's a hand, the next one an apple, and so on. I think a drink is one of them. But also to add novelty, every time that they say something, it's randomly generated from a set of appropriate responses for that situation. So every episode is slightly different. For every episode, they say something slightly differently. It's a different object that they go to, and the positions are also randomly determined. So here's the thief episode again, but this time it's a different food product. It looks like it's some meat. Its position is somewhere else. The exact dialogue sequence might be a little bit different. So this time it says, "Cool, I like this." Whereas before I think it said, like, "Oh, I'm so lucky to have found this." So yeah, basically you can read the dialogue here, read the scene information here, get the episode, what episode it is here. What's also great about it is because of how I built the project, it was really easy to add a new episodes to it. So by building like a base platform, it became easy to just add new sequences to it to form new episodes. For instance, in each of them, there's like an object that has to go somewhere, and then an agent or object that has to go to. And then for each scene, there's typically dialogue, a change in emotional expressions. But once you have all of that functionality coded in, then creating a new episode is pretty easy. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you.